Hey everybody, another episode of On the Paint Table. It's my weekly show where you see what I got done, what I'm working on, and what is coming up. So this week I did get some painting done, 7 new miniatures painted for Infinity. This happens every time the new season of ITS drops, and I should have known it was going to happen in October, and I get super excited about Infinity. I also unpacked and primed some stuff for our Alpha Strike campaign that Jay and I are going to be filming. We're going to do the 5 mission, like mid-tier version of the Jared Blando unofficial Alpha Strike campaign rules, which are super fun. And I'm probably going to add to my Taurians because everybody wanted me to play the bad guys against his Aerodani light horse. And I started painting some knights. So it's funny because I was trying to get all the cool Crimson Stone Nomad stuff finished, along with a few bits and pieces of Nomad stuff I had. And then when I was done, I was like, wow, I'm out of Nomads to paint. And then I ordered more Nomads. I ordered some geckos and I ordered some jaguars. And I ordered a luckily I ordered something else too. And then I started painting some knights because as soon as I got the ITS 13 rules, I discovered that motorcycles were where it's at. And I was like, my Corregidor doesn't have any motorcycles. Wait a minute, what do I do? So I ordered the Mercenary Authorized Bounty Hunter because she comes for free in like 7 missions in the ITS pack. You just get one, which I'll be able to paint up. And then I also started painting up my Knight of Montassa for my military orders. Because that was I looked at all my different armies and I was like, I wanted to focus on one of the newer ones, and they were the one that had a motorcycle. So the Montassa Knight rides around in a couple different factions, so I can play a couple different lists with him. And I mean, he's the motocross master. He's got his cool helmet on his helmet, so I'm excited to get him painted up. I also assembled and primed my Teutonic Knight box, because that's just some extra cool, fun stuff for military orders. You can also check out today my GMG review of the new Warzone Arterius book. So it's the new like Battle Zone and some Tyranid stuff. There's also some cool stuff for Inquisition and the Death Watch and the Cadians in there. So that'll be up today already, and you guys can check that out too. So let's see what got done and what is coming up. Here's what got done this week. I painted the rest of my Nomads and then built my Nomad Terrain, which is the awesome Hlock Station scenery pack from the cool Crimson Stone box. So I was trying to power through all this stuff before I moved on to my Cosmoflot, and the Bear Poet, of course, is what I'm waiting for Cosmoflot. That will ignite a Cosmoflot army as I build the Bear Force. But here we've got my remaining like Nomad stuff that I hadn't painted, along with that sweet I don't just have one lieutenant choice now. Original Operation Ice Storm, what's it called? Mobile Brigada, that Jordan was kind enough to find me because I'd given mine to Owen ages ago, and of course it's long gone. So I painted my second, Vostok remote, which was just as easy to build and paint as the other one. And it's funny because I have 2 more models to paint in this list that I haven't finished. I built and painted 2 of the original Nomad transductor remotes and the missile bot. And they were much harder to build than this guy with their antennas and stuff. Then I also finished up Senior Massacre there, jumping over some boxes for a wild card for my fire teams. The Operation Crimson Stone, what's it called? Not Crimson Stone, the Direfoes box for Crimson Stone from HVT. And then I got my Wildcat NCO with the sweet AP Spitfire, and Jazz and Billy, who are the other ones in that box, along with, I think, Caden Firestrike, who I have to assemble for my Cosmoflot. Or for my Ariadne, sorry. Sweet Trinity upgrade hacker with an SMG. She's amazing, and her FTO version's a wild card, so she can just jump in any fire team. So I got a couple list ideas for this, but I still have to paint one more. Just like 7 transductor Zond, I think it is, the Zondbots, the original Zondbots I have. I'm gonna paint the missile bot and the transductor 7-point bot, I think, for the rest of the stuff that I had. That was like the one Nomad box I had in my like pile of Infinity unpainted stuff that I'm gonna paint up and build. And then I built the Hlock Station pack. It's the same like lovely matte cardstock as the other Infinity scenery packs, and this comes in the Crimson Stone box set. It gives you some cool like sort of Nomad style things. I love the Lopan Noodle Hut. So it's the Lopan Noodle Hut like order station, but on the other side it's actually the menu. I tried so hard to read what's on the menu, but I can't read it. It's too small. And then you need a Kaplan Tactical Services ad and a Pano Military Complex ad for join Pano, and a bunch of like cool like Rem Racing, some Valkyrie, and then Parvati, and the more Rem Racers like advertisements and stuff. And then you get 2 ways that you can build both these buildings, and I did the Minecore building, and I did the Hlock Station, sort of like I guess it's like a sort of like a service building. I don't know. It's environmental life support controls. There you go. So yeah, it's like a services building for the station itself. And all the other signs. You still get some lots of cool cardstock terrain. So you get all your orders. It's code 1 orders, right? So you get 20 orders that also have the unconscious side on them, which I love. You get some objectives, your supply boxes. And what's cool is these are all in line with the new ITS the mission sizes. So they're 25 mil supply boxes, which is what they're supposed to be. You get your consoles, 4 consoles, and then 2 antennas and 2 like basic objective markers too. So super handy. I'm pumped to have more of this cardstock stuff. And yeah, that's my built and painted this week. Caden Firestrike still in a bag because he's your first strike, sorry, because he's gonna go get painted when I've got my Cosmoflop project underway. And then I found my tertiaries. I built my she's actually she's not a Teutonic Knight, although I might just like use her as one. She's actually supposed to be the Order Sergeant specialist stuff, spec ops guy. But it's a Spitfire, SMG, and then a missile launcher. And then I started the undercoats and just like a black wash on my motorcycle man, my Knight Mantessa. Then I've been doing some research into my Taurians, and apparently they actually manufacture Thunderbolts, and the fact that I didn't have a Thunderbolt painted is kind of a crime. And then because he's trolly and so are the Taurian Concordat, I'm gonna build and paint my whatchamacallit, my Urban Mech too, because he's adorable. So I want to add these to the possible like mechs for my reinforcements as we play through the campaign. It's 5 games, and I can like reinforce stuff because stuff can get destroyed and scrapped. And then I got a whole like bunch of different new. I want to add some of the new miniatures, right? So I got a Striker Lance, Direct Fire Lance, and a Fire Lance that I've got like as options. I really want to set, because I've got my Donegal Guards. I kind of want to save the Atlas for my Donegal Guards. But there's a bunch of cool stuff in here. Like it's got the longbow, a Stalker, a Zeus, and a Trebuchet. I love the longbow. It's just a classic, like I think it's an unseen design. That's the Trebuchet or the Stalker. I don't know which of the, oh no, you can read it, sorry. There's the Zeus, that's right. I think this is the Stalker up here, and that's the Trebuchet, because it's kind of another missile boat. The Direct Fire Lance is awesome, because it's got the Atlas, who's super cool, Crusader up there, and then, oh, what are you? I think you're the Mark II, whatchamacallit, Marauder. Yeah, Marauder 2. And then Orion's the last one, that's one I couldn't identify, is the Orion down there. And then a Striker Lance, which are like Zipier mechs, so Blackjack, what are you? Panther? No. Yeah, Blackjack, that's right, Panther, Wolfhound, and a Jenner. That are all like neat little light ones that I could add to my light attack mechs with. So anyway, lots of choices. Tell me in the comments what you think I should paint up for at least one more like lance, campaign lance, to add to, so I can have like a full reinforced company. So guys, what got painted this week. Now, if you're wondering why I keep double posting my Infinity videos, it's because I play Infinity almost weekly now with Jordan, and it goes on bi-weekly, and we had a whole bunch of ITS Season 12 stuff stacked out, so I've been pushing it out basically now that 13's out, so I can actually get to recording some 13 and not feel bad about it. So you got a bunch of extra Infinity in the last like month. But we're super excited. I know Chase wants to come down and play some more Infinity. Jordan's pumped for more Infinity. Unfortunately, both of them are also working on Nomads, so I was like really excited about my Nomad project, but now I also need to start painting other armies. I want to finish all my bikes too that I've kind of just had sitting on the sideline for a bunch of my factions, so I need to paint that Authorized Bounty Hunter because literally all of the factions get her as an upgrade. And then my Montesa Knight for my military orders obviously is a big deal. I can also roll that into Varuna. I don't know if I can roll it into Varuna. I know I could roll it into, I think, my Winter 4. But there's a bunch of places that bike can sit. I want to paint my Karoshi Rider, the special character rider for my JSA. I have some Argatos as well I need to paint for my JSA. And then I do have like, I discovered for some reason I have 2 boxes of Mavericks, some Desperados, and a 112 on bike. And I was like, and I posted that list actually on my Facebook page. And I was like, I could paint the most ridiculous like 8 or 10 bike list if I wanted to. Because I also have Carmen Johns. No, I don't know if I don't know, actually she's in US Ariadne. She might not be actually, but I have her as well. I could paint. And do like a crazy like bike Ariadne list that's all bikes. But yeah, we'll see. Well, I'm excited. I want to explore new options in this this new sort of like Infinity meta, of course, in ITS 13. What we'll probably do is pick the 7 missions that changed quite a bit or changed enough that they're really interesting and play through them first. You can watch them going forward. So all right, big thanks for watching. We'll see you for more on the paint table next week. See what I got done. Till then, I'm Ash. Up Gaming. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed that video. There are tons of other games already recorded for you to watch. Click over to my channel page if you haven't already, and have a look through the dozens of playlists full of videos. I guarantee you'll discover a game you haven't seen played before. I put out new videos 7 days a week, and every day is themed to a different genre as I continue to explore the wider world of gaming. Of course, none of that's possible without you, the viewer, so click a like and subscribe if you'd like to stay on top of what's happening here daily. My 2 kids and I are massively grateful to be able to have the flexibility of this job so I can always maximize my time with them. If you want to support me continuing to put out this content, it's only possible because of my amazing backers on Patreon who support the studio, equipment, and model cost, as well as being how I make the bulk of my living. You can also help out by buying a t-shirt through Spreadshirt, a measuring gauge or widget from Death Ray Designs, or buying one of my games and supplements like Last Days, Gamma Wolves, and Blaster. As a way of showing my appreciation, patrons get early access to new games and supplements that I write throughout the course of the year. Huge thanks for watching, it really does help out, and happy gaming.